guys, Nicholai Korea here, back at you with another video, and I want to just kind of hit up this recent um, claim that Candace Owens has been making for the last few days. She's been going around basically saying that Charlie Kirk was killed for his, he was killed not by Tyler Robinson, essentially, is what she's saying. Now, she provides zero evidence of this. Her evidence is that Charlie was allegedly worried about some of the people who, and I imagine they're donors, or the state of Israel, and that they're the ones that wanted to kill him, and that Tyler Robinson is being blamed and is complicit in being blamed. Now, let's think this through. Let's follow the logic. I'm going to read out my tweet here and then I'll expand on it after we watch this video.
3 people told me off record. 2 people who have this in a written communication from Charlie. One who is a Turning Point USA donor, and I would say very much one of the white knights in this. The very day before Charlie Kirk died, he expressed that he thought he was going to be killed. He told these people, I think they're going to kill me, okay? He did not express that to me, so I am telling you this based off the testimony of 3 people, and I am saying this because I hope that these people, who I think are good, will be inspired to come forward with that. Now, again, those conversations I had were off record. I honor that. If I say it's off record, it stays off record. But I'm hoping that watching what I am doing and feeling the energy that is rising across the world for people who want to know what the heck happened on 9/10, that, they will be brave and they will say, yeah, Charlie did the day before he died think that he was going to be killed, and maybe tell us, who is they? Well, for once and for all, who is they? Who is the they that he thought were going to kill him? Now,
Okay, she doesn't say anything after that. Let's follow the logic here. Let's assume Charlie was concerned with being killed. He has for years, by the way. He has long said the left will do something violent and it could potentially kill him. So we can't just say, well, because he was worried about a specific thing potentially happening means that it was in fact that thing, right? So we can't just assume that, right? Just to be clear, it's like, ah, man, these guys really want to kill me. They might want to kill me. It depends on context. Versus, bro, these people literally want to kill me. Like they want me dead. There's a big distinction there. These people are flaming mad. They really want to kill me for what I'm doing. They really want to kill me because I'm letting Tucker Carlson speak, right? Like there's a big distinction there. Big distinction there. And we all know that. Anybody who's mature knows that. Frankly, anything that Charlie would have written to random donor who she alleges is the person that has this communication, along with some of the other people involved in this, anybody who is actually familiar with this knows that Charlie's probably going to tell people closest to him as well, verbally, as in they're going to just say it straight up. They're not going to hide it. There's no reason to, right? So think about the logic here. It doesn't work. Candace, doesn't work here, okay? Now, again, could it be that this is a huge, massive cover-up? And that's what she's implying here. What really happened to 9/10? Well, what we know happened so far is that Tyler Robinson and his family, well, specifically Tyler Robinson, shot and killed Charlie Kirk. Now, the exact details are still being worked out and investigated, but the evidence is pretty overwhelming so far. I mean, has anyone found any evidence to the contrary, other than he was driving somewhere, like filling up gas? Oh no, the guy shot Charlie Kirk and he's filling up gas. Like they're acting as if that's like some massive like dun dun dun, like it's just ridiculous. Anyways, I continue the tweet. Even if Charlie had concerns about these things, and one could prove it, you'd still need evidence that it was anyone but literally the mountain of evidence that it was Tyler Robinson and planned by him, with the help of his online Discord cults. I do believe that Tyler Robinson got help from these people, and the weird text message he had between himself and his furry lover, furry trans lover, were just ways to like cover up. It was like a blatant Breaking Bad moment. Like it was ridiculous. It was so obvious. It was so obvious what it is. Of course, no one can prove it definitively, but let's be real. But also, none of Tyler Robinson's family has come out and said he wasn't even there at the day. No coworkers have come out and have said that. No one has come out and said Tyler Robinson wasn't even at the university at that day. No one has even said that Tyler Robinson was not involved. No one has even come out to defend him. No one has even said that Tyler Robinson wasn't the person who shot them. His own family clearly believe it because otherwise they would have came out and said, "Listen, we know Tyler. We don't believe he did this." None of them have done so. None of them, not one. There's no inclination that any of them are being threatened. Like, do we actually believe this? Come on. It's a completely arbitrary standard that people are demanding. And here we are. Yet Candace is being dishonest here. If she had evidence to the contrary, stringing everyone along like this is ridiculous. Come out and tell us. If you have evidence of Charlie's death being a hit job, otherwise, shut your damn mouth. And I mean it. Shut your mouth, Candace. If you don't know definitively, stringing us along in vaguely implying that they could be some insidious group, Israel, which we all know that's what she's implying, is it's Israel or Jewish donors, then give us the evidence. Show us. Reveal it to us. And frankly, what exactly is the plan here to these Jewish donors? There are a million ways to kill somebody without any evidence or trace. And people that are wealthy enough to pull something like this off don't need to do it in such a spectacular fashion. And the thing is that all they've done, if they're trying to stop Charlie from coming out about Israel or the Jews or whatever, because that's exactly what Candace is implying here, they did the opposite. So, and most of these people, like the people that have these resources, are not stupid. Now, one could say, Candace could argue that, oh, it's because the leadership of TPUSA would have buckled under the pressure and stopped TPUSA being the massive organization that it is, becoming anti-Israel. I guess one could argue that, but there's been no evidence of that TPUSA is doing anything but doing everything they can to assist the investigation. Period. There's no evidence. There's none. Zero evidence of this. And then right here. Then I finish off by saying, seriously, can we not acknowledge how unhinged it is to act this way specifically to Candace? Seriously, Charlie has a grieving widow and children. If Erica Kirk honestly believed it wasn't Tyler Robinson, why does Candace think she isn't saying anything? Guess she must be in on it. Question mark. That is the important thing here, guys. Why would Erica Kirk not come out and say her husband was worried for his life and there is some suspicious circumstances going on? No, Erica Kirk forgave his killer. Charlie has said Erica knows everything. Erica's in charge of TPUSA. She has access to all of his stuff. His phone. Erica Kirk has access to his phone, all of his text messages, all of his all the information that he has, his emails. She has access to everything. And Charlie's made that clear over the years that Erica knows everything. She knows everything. So why is it Candace, the one that is claiming that she's the truth seeker here and not Charlie's own widow? Why is it Candace who is so focused on this and not Charlie's own widow? The implication, at least from my view, is that Candace is implying that Erica Kirk's in on it. I mean, what else can you take away from that? Erica Kirk, Charlie Kirk's friends, who are the producers of the Charlie Kirk show, um, all the people at TPUSA, everybody's in on it. All the upper leadership, all of Charlie's closest friends, people far closer than him and Candace were in the last few years of his life. How often did Candace and Charlie actually meet up and hang out? Allegedly, not that often, because she's relying not on her own text messages to provide evidence of this. No, 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 no. She's providing text messages to random donors. Why would Charlie even tell this to a donor? Right? Unless they're a very close friend. Or unless it was just a casual banter, right? Why would Charlie not tell his closest friend Candace, who is a really well-known person who was very anti-Israel and very woke to the Israel question, the Jew question, which is totally fine, totally relevant, and I have no problem per se with that. But why wouldn't he go to her? I mean, allegedly they were the bestest of friends. Why isn't Charlie Kirk's widow coming out about this? Oh, is she being threatened? You could say that, I guess. Or the narrative just isn't what you claim. I guess the only other logical explanation would be to say that, well, actually, Erica Kirk was in on it, which is just unhinged Stu Peters level nonsense. I mean, seriously, unhinged nonsense. Again, I'll say this again, I've said this before. Candace could get little details right about text messages and things like that that provide literally no evidence that anybody but Tyler Robinson was the killer of Charlie Kirk. You could even prove that Charlie was concerned about some of these people potentially killing him, and you'd still have the burden of proof to provide evidence that's it was anything besides that. So far, her evidence has been, well, maybe it came from below. There was like a tunnel. There's no tunnel from there's no tunnel or underground like trap doors or anything like that that would suggest that Charlie got shot from below. Um, then she was part of that whole crew saying maybe he got shot from behind. Have we checked behind? Why did they remove that camera? And then it literally came out that the camera was turned over to the FBI. They took it down specifically because they didn't want anyone tampering with the evidence. They took it down so they could turn it over. Because it's evidence. I mean, seriously. Seriously. And then again, Charlie was good friends with JD Vance. You're suggesting JD Vance, one of the most powerful people in the world, is just hiding who killed Charlie? If it was a donor, who cares about a small donor to TPUSA? JD Vance is one of the most powerful figures in the world. Say Trump allegedly loved Charlie like a son, and you think he's just going to sit there and just allow him to be assassinated like that without coming clean about this? Give me a break. Charlie would have said these things to his closest family verbally, his wife, his best friends, the people, his producers on his show, just as much as he would have texted or sent a letter to some random people, right? Now, if the people she's talking about, these anonymous individuals, are actually Erica Kirk, then she might have a point. Then we can start taking her claim seriously. But until then, she's just talking out her ass. She's just making a fool of herself. I'm just asking questions. No, you aren't just asking questions. You're implying certain things, Candace. So this could get me in trouble, I suppose, but I don't really care because there's certain people on the right that need to be called out for this constant fear mongering, this constant, they're everywhere, they're going to get us, they're everywhere, they have so much power, they can kill anybody they want to at any point, and we all know who they mean by they. So can they stop with this like vague implications and these vague like accusations? It's ridiculous. Anyways, guys, God bless. Have a lovely day. Like, share, and subscribe. If you want to see more or hear more, let me know. If you have anything that you would like me to respond to, uh, link it down below. Um, If you like what I'm doing here, check out my bio in the description below of this video. There's ways you can support me there. And have a wonderful day.